We love him on The Breakfast Club, groundbreaking, brave, and thought-provoking. Charlamagne is thought-provoking. He's not just going to say what you want him to say, he's going to say what he feels. Charlamagne apparently is calling DEI mostly garbage. He made the comments on The Daily Show. We got to unpack this, Mr. God. Radio host Charlamagne the God, guest host of The Daily Show this week. I do love that he's guest host, and I love that. Wednesday night, he offered a surprising take on diversity, equity, inclusion policies, calling them, quote, mostly garbage and ineffective. What do you mean? I'm just asking. This has got to get to the heart of this thing. During the segment, Charlamagne said, the truth about DEI is that although it's well-intentioned, it's mostly garbage, okay? It's kind of like the Black Little Mermaid. Just because racists hate it doesn't mean it's good. And you know I'm right, because every one of you has sat through one of those diversity training sessions and thought, this is bullshit. And that's what he said. Now he's dead on about that. And they always have to last too long. Okay? Can't you just give me a pamphlet or something? I'm not the problem.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
This is commentary from The Daily Show. And it's not just you. Over 900 studies have shown that DEI programs don't make the workplace better for minorities. Oh, I get it now. In fact, it can actually make things worse because of the backlash effect. What's the biggest failure of DEI? The number of Black people in power at big companies is basically the same as it was 5 years ago. It's becoming clearer. In fact, maybe the only thing that DEI has accomplished is giving racist white people cover to be openly racist. Man, if he ain't on to something. I told you he's thought-provoking. So you read the headline, you get up in arms. How dare you, Mr. God? You too big for your britches? No. He has something to say. Newsweek could not independently confirm which study Charlamagne referred to. Whatever. So what is the feedback from workers regarding DEI? According to the Pew Research, a majority of workers say each measure has had a somewhat or very positive impact where they work. Who were you asking? That's what I need to know. I look under the hood at every study. So let's see. Majority of workers say DEI policies and, well, let's see here. Let's read it together. DEI policies and resources have had a positive impact at their workplaces. Pay, promotions, employees, salary range for positions, trainings or meetings on DEI at work. Dan put 10 people and gave them free lunch. Few is respected. I shouldn't say that, but I don't know. However, Black workers, 28%, are the most likely to say their company or organization pays too little attention to increasing DEI, compared with smaller shares of white, 11%, Hispanic, 19%, Asian, 17%, workers who say, look, we like it. However, Black workers, we should pay attention to that, shouldn't we? DEI is not being properly implemented. Achieving DEI objectives requires no more, no less than the use of the same planning, feedback, accountability processes that are deployed to reach targets in sales, product development, and budgeting. Siri Jalazzi and Iris Bonet wrote in the Harvard Business Review. Data drives targeted action, creates accountability in these domains, and so it should in DEI as well. They added, our findings and several real-world examples show that when done right, the collection, analysis, disclosure of diversity data indeed holds the promise of being a powerful lever for progress. Reed Deschler, Forbes magazine says. Company incentives for implementing DEI. DEI efforts are incredibly important for retention. Highly inclusive companies are more likely to hit their financial target goals by up to 120%. So there are very strong business reasons for prioritizing DEI. All voices with that. According to McKinsey, most diverse companies are more likely than ever to outperform financially. Other studies show that organizations with diverse leaders and employees innovate at a faster rate, as diversity of thought fuels new product development and generates opportunity for everyone. Okay. To me, they're saying some things that I can really train myself to take offense to everything. Of course, when more people are included, it's better. Okay? I don't need a study to tell me that. When you allow Black people to join the party, when you allow us to work at high levels with respect and proper inclusion, allow us to contribute, don't just steal from us and put us down, demean us, well, of course that's going to make the product better. Charlamagne the God. I love Senator Turner, that he's filling in on the Daily Show. I can't tell you how much I love it. And I love it when you're on his Breakfast Club show, because it's just mesmerizing. I just saw you on there not that long ago. And you're another one that they let just go. It's like they just say, go. You got the green light. And so you tell us, was Charlamagne committed to this commentary? Was he being facetious? I don't know. But he made sense.
I mean, he was being thought-provoking, as you said, Sharon. I love how you call him Mr. God. You better watch this segment. Sharon Reed and call Charlamagne God.
Yes,
God. I love it. I'm sure he's going to love that too. But people got to understand the context here. It's the Daily Show, so they use satire to talk about very deep issues. What Charlamagne was saying was that DEI programs should be deep. They should not be superficial. And it is the fact that some of those programs are superficial that we should take notice of them. I really want our audience to watch the entire segment and look at the various clips that he used so that you can get context into the point that he was really making. He also ended that segment with talking about that we need deeper Black leadership roles in these various companies and places, but not in a superficial way. Now, people who want to be racist, of course, Elon Musk retweeted it, because he just want to be a racist. A white supremacist is just going to be a white supremacist. It does not matter. DEI is the new N-word. Woke is the new N-word. And let the historian Nina Turner speak out right now. Whenever there is significant Black progress in the United States of America, there's always a white backlash. And that is why you see attacks on DEI programs across the country, whether it's colleges and universities or companies. You even have white people filing lawsuits for programs, like funding programs that are specifically trying to correct wrongs. So that's another thing about DEI and affirmative action. See, y'all didn't have a problem with affirmative action when it was affirmatively all about wealthy white men. See, I didn't hear that. You didn't have a problem with diversity and equity and inclusion when it was only about the diversity, equity, and inclusion of wealthy white men. I'm talking about the United States of America. There was a point in time in this country where only wealthy white men could vote. See, so y'all need to come on to class and understand this. We've always had affirmative action. We've always have had some type of DEI program. It was just for wealthy white men, and then it expanded to all white men, and then it expanded to white people. So hear us clearly. But Charlamagne was trying to provoke, to shake people, to wake people, or should I say Mr. God?
Mr. God.
Yes. My final point on this, Sharon. Now, see, Charlamagne and I gonna have to do the dance on the Little Mermaid now. Little Mermaid can't be Black. That's where I'm gonna draw the line with my brother coming after a Black Little Mermaid. We ain't gonna play them games, Mr. God.
Come on.
Little Mermaid,
he's right about a lot of things, but he's got to dial that back. How about that?
Don't mess with the Little Mermaid.
Let's dial that back. And you mentioned Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's
fresh off. His ears were red, his nose, his little cheeks were red. With Don Lemon just asked him a few questions. I want him to go back and he's got these tiny houses. I want him to go back in his tiny house. And you just stay in there for a little while. We need a break from you.